Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. This is All Hunter Jr., the truth and not a rumor. Surround Sound Podcast time, baby. We are here, live from Music Row Studios, man. I got a real special treat for you guys, man. I know you guys are following us, following me, following Surround Sound on every social media that we got, man, from the fan page. We almost at 300 likes. I definitely appreciate all the love right there. On YouTube, we got subscribers, man, just so much love out there. And I've been telling you guys that I have a very special lady that was gonna be in here this week. And that music right there should let you know a little bit about who it's gonna be. So, the person on this feature is actually from Detroit, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, just sit down, you know what I'm saying? And chill out and just listen to what we got coming up. But also, I've been telling you all March long we've had dope interviews. Well, guess what? It's carrying over into April, baby. And I got a special cat. He's a Houston Teacher of the Year, Brian Wilson. My man Goose. He's gonna be in the building with us next week. Gonna be talking about everything relating to education, also inner city youth and how education may be not fulfilling enough for them. I'll say it like that. I'm being politically correct today, y'all. Anyway, we got some old school. He's a Michigander, MC Breed. Ain't no future in front, y'all. Surround Sound Podcast. I am All Hunter Jr., the truth and not a rumor. We'll be back in a minute. Yeah.
People don't use our music to get high. They use our music to get by.
Right.
To the beat, y'all.
Yeah. Sound good to me. This sound hard. Something funky people gon' dance to. Give the record a second and a chance to. Hitting people like a scene of amazement. While they slipping back, my feet is planted in the pavement. Crumble like I never do. So now I'm looking dead at you. What are you gonna do? You listen to the knowledge of a scholar. You say how I breathe, tell them how I holler. I'm the E-double, and I proclaim my name. Straight up, good gang, peeps all game. I'm like a rhino, running through the roughest pack. They figure I'm a trigger happy nigga, so they step back. Breathe. The microphone is who lasts the longest, so news is strongest. It ain't a game, it's plain to see. You listen to the sounds of Breathe. There ain't no future in your front. I never got caught with a kilo, and if you ever do, yo, will never be with me, yo. Serve it in a Cherokee, or maybe it's a Geo. Like I'm like Ben, so we'll get it up for me, yo. Never have to worry about my posse getting jumped, cause if we ever do, yo, TB, pop the trunk. Cause we don't go for playing, wanna play to grab a ball. When I'm on the mic, I ain't for playing, not at all. Cause I clock 10 G's a week, booming at my peak. Always CE sober, but I do get geek. I can give you a job, a place to eat. Hardy, meet your homeboy Marty at a B.O.B. Party taking over, barking like a dog named Rover. I'm picking suckers like a 4-leaf clover. They biting words on the mic, they some cobras. So now they saying egg breeders get no. But ain't no future in your front. There ain't no future in your front. I'm the B, the R to the double E-D. And down with my homie G-A-S-N-O-E. And suckers causing static cause they still be disagreeing. I don't give a, cause I'm from F-L-I-N-T in a city where pity runs slow. If you ever shoot through my city, now you know. Cause we are strictly business and we also got a pride. And if you don't like it, I suggest you break wide. Suckers study looking for the ammo when he wire. Thinking that illegal is the best one, slowly dying. I ain't got time to see a fiend out. To give up all his money and to give up what he got. That's the way I am, MC B cannot be different. Never change the ways for the world or the government. If it was a president, then I would state facts. You leave it up to me, I paint the White House black and ain't no future in your front. There ain't no future in your front. Yeah, I got dollars in my pocket, not from rolling. If I was a fiend, then my gold would be stolen. Put my name Breed on everything I own. And when I get my Jeep, I'm putting Breed on the chrome. Shine it up good, kick it through my neighborhood. Motorola phone, fat rims and a Kenwood. Put the kid around it, and then I'll have it drop. Just because the riding people think I'm selling rocks, but ain't no future in your front. There ain't no future in your front. Yo, Flash, man, clock that, man. to the rules of the world. Live my life raw, cause I never liked the law. Wear top 10s on my ass, shoes, jeans. Selling big gates and tit for tat to the fiends. Cock much dollars, but I never break a sweat. Trying to move out, my posse saying, you got my back and I got yours. What time is it? Tear down the door. Yo, well, let's start this party, all right? Kick out that fat dance.
That's right, we're back. Surround Sound Podcast. I am Hunter Jr., the truth and not a rumor. Funky 4 plus one more time, and the number one thing, a very, how can I say it? Just a very good friend of mine, KendrickPatrice, is in the building. What's going on, Miss KendrickPatrice?
Hi, Hunter Jr. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just happy that we're finally able to link up, and you were finally able to get in here.
I am excited. Thanks for having me here.
Let's start off and find out where you from and who your sports teams are.
I am from the illustrious,
oh Lord Jesus,
and industrious city of Detroit, Michigan, the 313. Motown.
That's you.
Yes, that is me.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So we are a diehard fan of every team.
All right.
That plays around or in the surrounding Detroit area.
That's you. That's all you right there.
The surrounding Detroit. Everybody ain't in Detroit, but we still mess with everybody.
Okay then. So so off top it's the Pistons, it's the Lions, it's the Red Wings, it's the Tigers. That's you.
That would be me.
And that leads me to my number 2 on my funky 4 plus one more. Major League Baseball coverage. We always going to cover 4 teams. Both Chicago teams, including the Cubs and the White Sox. And then the next 2 would be the Atlanta Braves and the Detroit Tigers. First off, the Atlanta Braves, 6-19 this preseason so far. They still have some good people coming back, although they don't have Bobby Cox. He's been away for a while. But anytime you don't have Bobby Cox in that dugout, it's going to be a roulette wheel, so to speak. But they got first baseman Freddie Freeman and catcher A.J. Pierzynski coming back this season. Now that leads me to the Detroit Tigers. I know Miguel Cabrera is still there.
Yes.
So what y'all looking at this year? What y'all, what I'm saying? What y'all looking like?
We will always be the Detroit Tigers, and we will do everything we need to do to make sure that we are the top of the Central AL.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we're going to do. And see, Kansas City had our number just a little bit.
No doubt.
Last year, you know what I'm saying? So we'll have that.
Y'all got that taken care
But
of.
going forward, the Tigers are going to do what they need to do, as we do year in and year out.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll leave it at that then.
Yes,
we
please.
going to keep rolling.
We're going to roll.
NHL news, the Preds, they're the 7th seed, 39-25. You know what I'm saying? We're doing real good. We just need to stay right there. We'll be nice and get into the playoffs. Looking like in the 7th seed, we may be able to play the Chicago Blackhawks one time to the Blackhawks. 2 of my favorite teams. Those Detroit Red Wings, not my favorite. Tell you that right now.
Well, haters, going to hate, so.
Yeah. 39-28.
It is what it is.
They're in the 9th seed, so they got to do some work to get in that 8th seed in the Eastern Conference.
You have to understand, the Red Wings were on top of the NHL game for such a long time. For a long time.
This is true.
We deserve an opportunity to sit down and let the other people who was not getting the shine at the time that the Red Wings had to shine.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I know you're going to kill me on the line.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that.
The Red Wings, honey. So they can sit back and allow, the little children to come up and do what they need to do to get where Daddy was. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. I feel that. I mean, you can't be on top all the time.
You can't,
You know what I'm saying?
Unless you're the Spurs.
Unless you're the Spurs or you're cheating like the New England Patriots. One or the other. But
one or the other, right.
I feel you. Number 4, we're going to have basketball 101. It's Final Four time in the NBA. They're coming down close to the end of the season. We're going to talk about a few things, including the Pistons, Michigan State, or anyway, we're gonna keep it right on.
Real.
We're gonna keep it going.
I need some shades in here, child.
The one more comes from not necessarily political arena. We usually give you a little dose of the political season and what's going on since this is 2016 and an election year. However, this one right here comes from a little entertainment and cultural aspect, since we have the lovely author Kendrick Patrice with us. And I want to ask you about Beyonce.
Okay.
Now, this is, I guess, to our listeners, everybody has heard, Formation or seen the video and heard everybody speak on it. But I want to hear from you because you're one of those, how should I say it? You're definitely in tune with the inner city. You like how I did that?
Yes.
You're definitely in tune with the inner city. So tell me where you feel Beyonce, in the Formation video and the song. What do you feel about it?
All right, Beyonce and Formation. I think that Kendrick Lamar with To Pimp a Butterfly definitely changed the game a little bit and started bringing a little bit more culture and consciousness into the music. I'm glad Beyonce was able to do it with R&B. She's done a lot in the inner city, and a lot of people just, don't know that too much. But it was definitely cultural. She talked a lot about, Creole life and, all that kind of thing, and just being in her skin and loving who she is. And I do think that there's value in that, especially with everything that's going on in the world.
Especially America.
Yes, with the love and hip-hop's getting 2 people pregnant at the same time. All that craziness that's going on, I think that she presented something very beautiful that Black women can latch on to and just be happy about your Negro nose and all that other kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I really did appreciate what she did with that. And I really appreciated her showing out at the Super Bowl. I really appreciated that because it started a firestorm.
It did.
It did.
You gotta start the conversation.
Somebody has to start it. And I'm really glad that, our celebrities are stepping up and saying, I take pride in who I am and, I'm going to represent what we're dealing with. So, big ups to Beyonce for what she did.
Honestly, I second that emotion right there, but I thought that the firestorm that she came under was very undue because people were saying, or in a lot on the African-American side of this coin, were saying that she didn't say enough or she didn't do enough in the song. Or in past times, she I won't say in past times, but she could have had this song a long time ago. And I say to those people, the movement starts way before the songs come out. So if the movement isn't started, what's she gonna talk about something? We have to start. I'm gonna say it like this: for far too long, we wait for LeBron or MJ, both MJs, Beyonce, Jay-Z to say something. When if we start the movement, they're gonna come right back in and be the figurehead and get us even a little further. So one time to Beyonce, I liked the video, I liked the song, the Negro nose, and what she said about the Jackson 5. I woke up this morning singing the first part. You hate us corny with the Illuminati, man. Nah, I promise. I woke up that morning like that, so. But you know what, though? And also, just to bring in some hip-hop, people have teased me for saying this for the last 2 years. But I think Beyonce is the king of hip-hop. Forget everybody else. If you rapping, who cares? Beyonce is the king of hip-hop. Every time she puts something out, every time she drops a song, a video, whatever, people go crazy over it. So, hey, I'm rolling with Beyonce, king of hip-hop right now.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. But
you don't agree with that?
We would need a whole nother day to talk about that because I would need to know what your, qualifications for king of hip-hop would actually be.
Well, okay, first of all, when I say hip-hop, I take hip-hop to R&B also. Now, if you say rap, whole nother story.
Right.
But when I think of hip hop and its influence over both R&B and rap music, she's definitely the king for not only just those couple of things that I mentioned, but also she's a monster. Whenever your husband is Jay-Z and he say in a rap song that my wife is more famous than I am, that's saying a lot. He recognizes it, and he's all right with it, and that's kudos to him and his manhood. But Beyonce being what she is and not afraid of it, plus she from the South, I ain't mad at her. I give her that crown. After the break, you tell me what you feel then, Miss Kendrick Patrice.
Yeah, because I would not mince words with you about what you just said.
That's what's up. We got some OB Trice Adrenaline Rush.
OB Trice, Detroit. That's right.
And we got the BET Shady Cypher. We'll be back in a minute, y'all. Surround Sound Podcast. Yeah. Hello, I'm R. Hunter Jr., the truth and not a rumor, coming to you for Surround Sound Podcast. The upcoming music, the content may be of an explicit nature, so you might not want your youngins to listen to it, which is fine and dandy on our part, although you probably cuss and probably have cussed around them a whole lot. But it's cool, because I'm just here to let you know, on behalf of the Surround Sound Podcast, that the information held within the next song might be a little bit too harsh for younger listeners. And by that fact, it might be also a little harsh for older members of your family. So don't let nobody hear it that don't need to hear it.
Get the fuck up! Hey yo, when I step up in the bar, everybody hit the fucking floor. Lucky motherfuckers make it to the door. Cause when I spit on mics, I spit raw, which cause confusion from the bar to the dance floor. I keep the club owner vexed, cause he gotta pay me when I spit, plus replace a lot of shit. Niggas get the wildin'. When my words echoes the room like, get your hand out my pocket. Do sock shit when my topic's rockin'. I'm banned from clubs cause of my toxic tonsils. Loud speaking like a fucking sports announcer. I spit the blah high till you rush the bouncer, or rush the motherfucker in your way who's bouncing. You know old Christ, get the gats pronounced. Get live, motherfucker, when I speak, motherfucker. Out your seat, motherfucker, I'ma reach, motherfuckers. Shady records till I sleep, motherfucker. OB Trice, nothing but street, motherfucker. Tear this bitch up until you bleed, motherfucker. I wouldn't give a fuck who you be, motherfucker. Punk pussy, bitch, a G, motherfucker. Adrenaline rush before you leave, motherfucker. When I speak, I blow out your tweeters. A dog, show out in speakers, roll out with heaters. I'm just an animal eating the game. Jungle monkey, funky, and Obi's the name. I roll solo, never been a hodo. Keep gats vocal when cats act loco. Where you at when I'm moving the crowd? You get trampled, mashed on Detroit style. About your seats, pump out the ease. Off the beats, the crowd open please. Where my niggas at smoking them trees? Off the cognac, finger fucking the skis. That's how it is when you party with me. You don't like it? You L7 like a square B. Get live, motherfucker, when I speak, motherfucker. Out your seat, motherfucker, I'ma reach, motherfuckers. Shady records till I sleep, motherfucker. OB Trice, nothing but street, motherfucker. Tear this bitch up until you bleed, motherfucker. I wouldn't give a fuck who you be, motherfucker. Punk pussy, bitch, a G, motherfucker. Adrenaline rush before you leave, motherfucker. Since I came, I rearranged the place with Blaze. Stage dive with coke sievers, DNA. I'm so addicted to getting niggas lifted. Drunk off a liquid, old Trice the misfit. Dousing the crowd with piss and bows. We underground, motherfucker, fix your frowns. I beat a ball with the risky tour. Off of whiskey, you never been this deep before. So, throw up your hands and peep out your mans when I come through. Next quarter, Trice at your venues. And trust, I'm attacking it. I cook up the hot shit like Ainsley Harrigan. That's why I'm so miraculous and Opie get you niggas pumped up. I see you next Coliseum, chump. That's right. You come to Opie.
Welcome back, guys. Surround Sound Podcast right here. R. Hunter Jr., the truth and not a rumor. Once again, man, make sure you going to the YouTube page and subscribe, because if you go to the YouTube page and subscribe, you get the show a full day faster. Like, it's Wednesday, March 30th right now. But if you don't subscribe, you're not going to get the joint until Thursday, March 31st. So get that joint a whole lot faster and sooner so you can rock out with us just how we do every week. Real quick, since it is Detroit, we just got to listen to some OB and, you know what I'm saying, the BET Cypher and all that with Eminem and Royce the 5'9". We'd be remiss if we don't remember Big Proof.
Yes, Proof.
April 11, 2006, man.
Sad day.
Yeah, Proof was shot and slain up there in Detroit, man. We'll just remember him. We'll make sure the week of April 11th, we make sure we play some good D12 music.
Yes.
And also, man, Phife Dawg.
Yes.
You're a Tribe Called Quest fan than I.
I am a huge fan.
You know, when you was listening to a Tribe Called Quest, I was listening to 8 Ball MJG, I guess. I don't know, 666 something, but I got a few songs, you know what I'm saying, speaking of BET, courtesy of Rap City, The Basement, and, you know, all that good stuff. But just tell me how you feel about Phife Dawg.
I was heartbroken you know, we are losing so many young, they're still young, even though we saw them as like, way older than us when we were kids growing up in the 90s or whatnot. Like, at the end of the day, he was like 45.
Yeah, that's not.
And, when we have these different issues, especially, in the Black community, when you're dealing with diabetes and stuff, and he's spoken so much about, that ailment or whatnot that, he brought a lot of awareness to it and how it's really affecting African Americans. So it hurt, you know what I'm saying? He was a really good compliment to Q-Tip, and he was always just different. Nobody else rapped like Phife Dawg. Like, he was just completely different. Rest in peace, man. That was heartbreaking.
And it's crazy because I liked him because it's like every video he either had like a Yankee hat on or Knicks or the Braves, Georgia Tech. He was definitely a sports fan.
Yeah.
One time, Phife Dawg, man, we gonna miss you, dude.
Yeah.
It was crazy because last week he passed away like Wednesday of last week. We finished the show, so we couldn't put him in there, but I would be remiss if we didn't mention him. And we got a couple of joints, coming up from the Tribe Called Quest. Man.
Yes. Good.
But the reason why we're here, Miss KendrickPatrice, there's this book out.
Yes.
That I heard you wrote.
I did.
The Colors of My Boudoir.
Yes.
Tell us what this book is about, man.
The Colors of My Boudoir is a novel about a woman's trials and tribulations, if you will, as she journeys through relationships. But it's in a reflective manner. It's kind of like an old auntie who just chilling. She got some cognac, you know what I'm saying, chilling on a Saturday night and just sitting on her porch, just spilling the guts, And, she remembers these men very fondly. She speaks very positively of every single man in the book, but the men do not have names. They are all referred to as colors that she remembers in her erudition of relationships and her journeys with men. So that's what it's about.
That's what's up. So, okay, so is it just like the colors? Are they like random, or do the colors signify something that maybe she was feeling, or maybe something that we should see some deeper insight that we should see in it?
Yes. Basically, they're all metaphors, and so it's just kind of elements of those colors. So red is like fire and drive in the man and all that kind of stuff, ambition. Green is jealousy and envy, but it's also an aphrodisiac, so somebody she had really great sex with, Gray is kind of this piece of her life that goes back and forth. Sometimes it's white and it's beautiful. Sometimes it's dark and black and cold. So the book is metaphors, and it just kind of takes what colors mean and how those colors kind of formulated who those people were to her. And so white men, that transcending, beautiful thing at the end of the road. Okay,
I can dig that. How did you come up with that? How did you come up with? Because every time I say the colors of my boudoir, I just get transfixed, and I don't know. I think I feel sexy whenever I say it. You know?
Should feel sexy. It's a very sexy book.
Okay.
But it's sexy because I believe that women should be able to be who they are. And if that's a sexy individual, if you exude sexiness and confidence, then you should be able to be that and not be, embarrassed. And so the book came from my obsession with Blanche Devereaux of the Golden Girls.
Okay.
Because Blanche Devereaux was this very saucy lady who did not care what you thought about her. She said whatever she wanted to say. She was very, very transfixed, to use your word, on her looks and her sexiness and her appeal to men. And she did not care for your concerns and comments and all of that. She just lived her life and did what she wanted to do. So I wanted to make it chocolate, and I kind of wanted it to resemble a fairy tale. And so for Black women, this is like that fairy tale where you're going through and you're just, going and dating all these different men until you find your white knight. And so the character finds her white knight at the end of the story.
So so I guess the story is a pseudo going down the yellow brick road, and you're meeting Tin Man here, and you meet the Lion, and just to bring it to that, but you're going down the road.
I would go more with like Disney princess type fairy tale, or
not the Wizard of Oz,
the Brothers Grimm type, fairy tale where it's just this man that she's trying to find her way to.
Okay.
And so that's kind of how it is, yeah. But I would take it. She's on a journey, so I can definitely see the Yellow Brick Road. And there's a quote to the Yellow Brick Road for Canary Yellow, so yeah.
Tell me this. We just got through talking about Tribe Called Quest and hip hop. How has hip hop influenced how you write and just in everyday life, like other things that you write? Because you're a poet also, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
And we definitely I got to hear you spit before you leave now.
No.
I got to hear you just spit something before you go. But how has hip hop influenced your writing?
Better grab a seat. Grab on it quick as this chick get deep. Okay.
All right.
That was my spit for the night. No, but honestly, hip-hop has saved my life. It has been a part of me, and I just don't want to be cliche and go all brown sugar on you. But
okay. When did you fall in love with hip-hop? Okay.
But as a poet, I just really appreciate words and how people use words and, how language evolves and expresses people. And hip-hop definitely has given that to so many people to be able to, like, creatively express hard times, creatively express, love. And so my book is very poetic, and it does, kind of feel like a poem. It's just in prose, but it's a lot of stuff that, because you're dealing with color, so obviously, you're going to have to be a little symbolic or whatnot, but hip-hop does that. It creates pictures through words and allow people to have, like, visuals. And so I really, really did try to be very visual with this book. And so I would say hip-hop has definitely crafted my thinking. It has crafted, how I interact with people. And it allows me to express myself creatively without being ashamed of who I am and where I came from. So
I definitely feel you. It has definitely shaped how I interact and talk to people, because if you say something, depending on what it is, I'm going to spit a rhyme right after it. You might be like, what? Huh?
Yeah.
like every time I see, this dude in my neighborhood, and he has a Jag. So every time I see this Jag, I mentally say, I bought my mama a Benz and my boo-boo a Jag. Like, every time. Like, every time I see a Jag, that's what I say. So right. I'm with you. I know I'm a little quirky.
And
but
we probably all have rap lines for everything we see in life.
Like, everything. That's crazy. That's what's up, though. And I'm gonna try to link what you just said and what you said about the Golden Girls and Blanche Devereaux.
Okay.
As I look at the world landscape, and even to narrow it down a little bit, the hip hop landscape, I see what you said. Like, we take who we are and we make it what we think it is.
Right.
Whatever we are, then that's what we are.
Our perception, right. Mm-hmm.
So with this book, and thinking about Blanche Devereaux, do you think there is a reevaluation of the black female experience that's happening or needs to happen?
Oh, it's definitely happening with the invention of Cardi B and coming on Love and Hip Hop New York and just shutting the whole thing down. She said some very, very poignant things about what's going on and what love and maybe relationships, I use that word very loosely here, but, what that looks like on an urban landscape. And even if we can't really express ourselves with, polysyllabic terminology to say these types of things, she brings it to the hood and she really lets us know what it is. You have a lot more women who are just stepping up and saying, I'm a woman, I'm sexy, I don't care what you think, I'm going to live my life, but I still want to take care of a man and I still want to, be sexy for a man and that kind of thing. So I think that we're definitely on the cusp of change right now. I wouldn't call it a feminist revolution or nothing like that. I don't even fool with feminism because that is not a black woman's sport at all. Feminism don't really look at what we're dealing with as women. So I would not call this a feminist movement. And I think people doing that is just going way too far. But I do think we're on a cultural revolution where people are just becoming more open with sexuality. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because children are picking up sex very early now, and it's very overt and gratuitous what young children, I'm saying, like middle school age children are doing on Snapchat and all these other different social media outlets, that it's making it kind of hard to say that this is a good thing because we always have children watching. So I'm not sure yet, if that's a good thing, but I definitely feel like we're on the cusp of some type of revolution. I don't think it's a name for it. I think it's going to be something like of the likes that many of us have never seen before. Mm-hmm. But I think the video vixen thing is being taken up a notch.
Okay. I was thinking that you were about to say it's on its way out, but you saying it's getting kicked into high gear.
Up a notch.
Okay.
I mean, look at how see-through clothing is now.
Yes.
And what Beyonce wore to the Met, which was basically her entire body. You know what I'm saying? But it was beautiful. Mm-hmm. And that's how she wanted to express herself. So
that is one interesting thing, how America views sex as opposed to other countries. I was afforded the opportunity to go overseas, and I went to France and I went to England. And they have statues of naked people. Mm-hmm. I mean, and it's nothing. Mm-hmm. It's like more of an appreciation for the human body than being a sexual thing. And it's crazy because in the United States, we'll show sex and I guess I don't know if it's just the paradigm that is America. But we'll show it in such a way to where now if a kid sees it, they don't appreciate just the human body. They're trying to appreciate how adults are seeing it and seeing it as sexual.
Yeah.
So that's a crazy thing. We running out of time, girl. Let's talk about where you're going to be. I know you got, I won't call them Memphis. You got Memphis roots. I give you that. So you know what I'm saying? Like where you gonna be in the next couple of in the summer?
I have a lot of different things coming down the pipeline, and if people want to find out exactly where I am or to find out where my shows will be and that kind of thing, they can go to KendrickPatrice.com and they can see where my bookings are. But we have a few things just coming up. The 16th will be in Memphis for African April.
No doubt.
Which I'm really excited about because it's always a beautiful cultural experience in Memphis.
901. Yeah.
Yes.
BAZ represent. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I couldn't let it go.
I threw you that bone because I knew you wanted to stunt, so that's fine.
Throwing up the haven as we speak. You hear me?
I know you wanted to stunt. I let you have it.
Okay.
But my book has been accepted at the Book Expo of America, which will be in Chicago. On May the 12th, 13th. And so I'm really excited about that. And so we're going to have a book signing in Chicago that evening. So, and then we're looking to do something the beginning of June in Detroit. So as soon as that's shoring up, I will let you all know. I'm looking to kind of do a lot in Nashville over the summer, but I just got to get through this book expo first. You know what I mean? That's a big deal. So I'm really excited about that and for the book to get that kind of traction. And I'm really, really thankful for everybody who has supported the book so far. I've gotten nothing but rave reviews. Older women, middle-aged women, young women, and men have really enjoyed the book. So I hope that you will check it out. You can get it at any bookstore, online. You can get an ebook, paperback. So, definitely check it out. Thank you so much.
I definitely appreciate it because it wasn't, we were speaking of overt sexuality. It wasn't overt like other books that I've read. And I won't mention those people's name because they might come on the show one day. So I'm gonna be cool right there. But it's other people that write. Because I read a chapter of my sister's book, of one of my sister's book, and all I'm gonna say is the author's name started with a Z. I'm gonna just roll like that. And I read this chapter, yo, and I was like, it was worse than, I won't even say it's worse. It was on the same level of anything that, you might find on the internet. It was BT Uncut, you know what I'm saying? It was just words.
Well, I do want to say, I don't have any judgment on how anybody wants to present their art. Their art is, a manifestation of their thinking, and that's fine. But for me, I have a master's in English, and I have just been taught to carefully select words and be able to say things tongue-in-cheek, without necessarily being gratuitous or overt. You know what I mean? I can use my words, and I chose to use my words and present something beautiful and something that was tasteful, that has a lot of great vocabulary in it instead of that. And some people do it like that, and that's on them. But, you know, as a literary, I just appreciate the craft. And I wanted to kind of follow along the lines of Alice Walker and, you know, James Baldwin and how they presented sexuality and black sexuality and, you know, Gloria Naylor, and just go back there. That's what I know. That's what I've been taught. And so that's what I'm rocking with.
I see you, Ma. I see you. That's what I'm talking about.
Can I say
right
one thing?
Go for it.
Happy birthday to my grandmother. She turned 97 years old today. She's at the casino kicking it with the family, and I'm really sad that I couldn't be there with everybody. But happy birthday, my Grandma Rose. Thank you so much.
One time to Grandma Rose, 97. That's right. We're going to have her on the show.
Ooh.
How did you get to 97? Let us know the secret.
She'll let you know too, child.
But that's what's up, man. That wraps up that portion with Kendrick Patrice. But you're going to stay the whole show, correct?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you so much, because we got a little bit to talk about with basketball coming up in just a minute. Basketball 101, y'all. I am R. Jr., the truth and not a rumor. That's Kendrick Patrice. Make sure you get the book. You're going to go platinum messing around with the Surround Sound podcast. I know that, because we are going to support our people.
Thank you. Thank you.
No doubt. We'll be back in just a minute. We got some Tribe Called Quest World Tour. We'll see y'all in a second, y'all.
So I be sublime. It's enjoyable to know you in the concubines. Niggas, take off your coats. Ladies act like gems. Sit down, Indian styles, you recite these hymns. See, lyrically, I'm Mario Andretti on the Momo. Ludicrously speedy or infectious with the slow-mo. Heard me in the 80s, JB's on the promo. Am I never in the quest to get the paper on the caper? But now, let me take it to the Queen side. I'm taking it to Brooklyn side. All the residential questions who invade the air. Hold up a second, son, cause we almost there. You could be a black man and lose all your soul. You could be white and blue, but don't prep the road. See, my shit is universal if you got knowledge of Polo or Del myself. See, there's no one else who could drop it on the angle. Acute at that. So, do that, do that, do that, that. Come on. Do that, do that, do that, that. Do that, do that, do that, that. I'm bugging out, but let me get back cause I'm wetting niggas. So, run and tell the others cause we are the brothers. I learned how to build bikes in my workshop class. So, give me the sword and let's not make it the last. We on a roll too.
Some said Quest was whack, but now is that the case? I have a quest to have a mic in my hand. Without that, it's like Kryptonite and Superman. So Shaheed come in with the sugar cuts. Fife towards my name, but on stage call me Dynamite. When was the last time you heard the fight for sloppy? Lyrics anonymous, you never hear me copy. Top notch, baby, never coming less. Sky's the limit, you got to believe up in Quest. Sit back, relax, get up off the path. If not that, here's the dance floor, come move that ass. Non-believers, you can check the steps. I roll with Shaheed and the brother Abstract. Niggas know the time when Quest is in the jam. I never let a statue tell me how nice I am. Coming with more hits than the Braves and the Yankees. Living mad fat like a oversized man. B. The wackest crews try to diss it, makes me laugh. When my track record's longer than a DC-20 aircraft. So next time that you think you want something here, make something different, take that garbage to St. Elsewhere.
And we're back, Surround Sound podcast style. I am R. Jr., the truth and not a rumor, and we are still in here with the Hershey bar that she is, the lovely, vivacious Miss Kendrick Patrice. I got something to say real quick before we get into Basketball 101. This young lady really caught my attention yesterday after I watched this video. It was an interview of her on The Breakfast Club. K. Michelle. This young lady really grabbed not only my attention, but my respect level for her just went through the roof, though, yo. Not only was she just talking about real stuff. Okay, I definitely got to edit that part. Not only was she talking about real stuff, though, but she was the way she did it. Because it's one thing, you know, she's for some reason gained a reputation that she may be a little bit thottish, and I'm not saying that is good or bad, because she's been on Love and Hip Hop, and we've seen her in her purest form. However, when she spoke about people and our jobs and how we look at an actress or an actor or an athlete or a singer, and how they have a certain level of restraint that they have to practice well. But guess what? Other people, we have to practice the same thing. Like, I'm the host of this show, so I just can't run off and say whatever I want to say. Although I might not like certain rappers or certain singers or certain athletes, it's still our job to speak about it in such a way that we give it even-handedly. You know, give both sides. Don't just talk about everything bad Beyonce do. Talk about her good points and good attributes also. So one time to K. Michelle, yo, I tip my hat to you, ma. You know what I'm saying? You from the Haven. We went to the same middle school, same junior high. I appreciate you for standing up not only for Memphis and the Haven, but the whole state of Tennessee. One time to her. Let's get into this basketball, yo. Basketball 101. KendrickPatrice, are you there?
I am.
Okay, baby girl. As far as college basketball goes, we down to the last 4 teams. Final 4. Villanova, 33-5. They were first in the Big East. They're going up against Oklahoma, who's 29-7. Actually, both teams were number 2 seeds as far as the NCAA bracket goes. Then you got the battle of the ACC schools. Got number 1 North Carolina, 32-6 in the ACC. Number 1 most of the way throughout the year. And then you got number 10 seed Syracuse. And that was a very good seed for them because they was basically middle of the pack in the ACC, 23-13. Where did your team make it, Miss Patrice? I'm just asking. Do you have a team?
Ain't no future in your fronting. Ain't no future in your fronting, Hunter Jr.
I'm not even just really.
I'm not even here for all of this foolishness right now. And all of this shade you're throwing at me without my sunglasses.
But I'm just saying, who your team?
I am a Michigan State fan, but I know that you're getting ready to say something real slick. Mr. MTSU. Yes.
I feel a certain way about this. Right?
You should.
Okay. I'm moving right along.
You want some shade.
Moving right along. Hey, I mean, they lost to MTSU. I mean, I'm just saying. It was upset city, baby. You know, okay, I'll leave it right there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Memphis Grizzlies, NBA, 41-33, 5th in the Western Conference. And I take it that your favorite team is the Detroit Pistons.
Bad boys.
Oh, my goodness.
Detroit basketball.
Okay, I see that they're like 40-35. What did that put them as far as the seed goes in the Eastern Conference?
Well, we have been on a surge. We have come from out of the playoffs up into 7th. So you got a few more games. We got a good little push. We beat the Memphis Grizzlies last week. So, you know, we're on this great push. We beat OKC last night. So, you know, ruffled Westbrook a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying? The bad boys is coming back to prominence. I'm really excited about the playoffs. Let
me speak to you talking about the Memphis Grizzlies losing.
Yes.
First of all, our whole team almost out right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's just first off. Mm-hmm. And let me go back and say something real quick. I almost forgot. We're in the 5th seed. So if the playoffs start today, we would play the Los Angeles Clippers. One time to Chris Paul, though. Chris Paul has it's just crazy. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. But Chris Paul's wife has been receiving death threats and all that. And on top of that, well, since those things have happened, he's now not going to put his hat into the ring, so to speak, for the U.S. men's Olympic team here later on this summer in Brazil. But after that, Chris, them Grizzlies, we coming for you, homie. We're praying for you and your family. But on this basketball court, it's about to be something serious. Now, back to your Pistons. I'm sorry for that little interlude. Mm-hmm. They beat us. They beat us. And, I mean, Stan Van Gundy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
As much as I like to make fun of him, because he's a caricature, as much as I like to make fun of him, he knows how to coach basketball. And that point guard, Reggie Jackson, and the double-double machine himself, Andre Drummond, he got a nice little combo right there.
Yes.
So I mean, and it's funny that you guys went back and beat OKC, because I was saying while Reggie Jackson was there in OKC, I was like, hey, what you guys need to do is trade Westbrook, bring in and make Reggie Jackson your starting point guard. Now, people would say, what are you talking about? This dude is a walking triple-double. But when this dude knee fall off and he get hurt again, you gonna know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'm just saying, that's
I
just
can see that.
that's just I mean, that's
but
just my thought.
We're happy to have him
Reggie Jackson
in the Motor City. We are. So
I bet. Speaking of Motor City, I got a special joint coming up, music joint coming up in just a minute, Stevie Wonder. But hey, I need you to tell us all your Twitter feeds, all your YouTube handles, all your Facebook profiles. Where can we go and find you and this dynamic book, Colors of My Boudoir?
Well, you can get me at KendrickPatrice.com, and you can like my Facebook page, AuthorKendrickPatrice. You can email me, AuthorKendrickPatrice@gmail.com. My Twitter handle is AuthorKPatrice, and it's pretty much where you can find me.
And where will we get the book? I mean,
you can get it on all major online sellers, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Amazon, all those different places. You can get the paperback or ebook. They have it on Google Play, iTunes, and also Kindle. So you can get it from all those different angles. And if you want an audiobook, you can Google it. You can get it on Google Play. So
that's what's up. We're getting all available. We're gonna get the audiobook, the ebook, the paperback, the hardback copy. We're going to put it on my mama Kindle.
Yes.
Her mama Kindle, my great aunt. I mean, everybody. And it's not, and you know what? I keep mentioning women because it is, I won't say geared to a woman, but this is a woman that's the main character.
Yes.
But hey, it's a good book, yo. I've been skimming through that thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
But
men like it too, so.
But you know what though? It was something that we talked about earlier in the show that we didn't really get to expound on, and I want to bring you back. And it's this redefinition of what a black woman is. Do you think you could come back maybe next week? You can do a solo Saturday joint with me.
Oh, you'll have me again? How wonderful!
You know
absolutely.
What? Here you go.
Our Hunter Jr.
Hey, I thank you so much. Hey, we have more from Kendrick Patrice. We're gonna get into some real cultural and social issues.
That's right.
On next week. And that wraps up the show. And as we close this edition of the Surround Sound Podcast, once again, I'd just like to thank my girl, Miss Kendrick Patrice, man. Make sure you go out there and get that book, Colors of My Boudoir. We're going to go platinum. We're going to take a platinum, y'all, just off of the Surround Sound Podcast, baby. Just like that. Regardless, though, make sure you come back next week because we got my guy. Make sure you come back next week. We got my guy, Brian Wilson, a Houston Teacher of the Year. We're going to talk about how education in our youth, I mean, where we could be falling short, where we could be superseding. You know, we're just going to come back. We're going to have a real good time. Also, make sure you be in tune on next Saturday. That's the 9th of April. We're going to have Miss Kendrick Patrice on again. Solo Saturdays, baby. You know how we do. All Hunter Jr., the truth and not a rumor. For her, for me, for y'all. Hey, we'll be back next week, baby.